Testing, testing. Better? All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. All right, good. It's with great pleasure that we invite you to East Junior High Black History Program on this morning. Our East Junior High 2022 program has been put together so that we can do some reflections Black history. We want to extend a warm welcome to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Versi Hamlet, to our other special guests in the building, Board Member Mr. Miles Wilson, along with our other special guests who will be performing on today. We're delighted that you are here with us today. And when we think about Black history, we can't help but think about leadership and service and having the thought of never giving up embedded in our minds. Harriet Jacobs, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King Jr., and Ralph Bunche, to name a few, are prime examples of men and women that led, served, and never gave up. The great Booker T. Washington said, "I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has had to overcome while trying to succeed." Now, this quote is important because it shows us to never give up, no matter what, regardless of what life places in our path. We can overcome any obstacle, whether that be judgment from others, merely for the color of our skin, self-doubt, life's circumstances. In order to reach our true success, we must continue to push forward. I believe true success goes hand in hand with service to others. And with that being said, we want you to enjoy our program.
Taking place each year on the third Monday in January for Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, MLK Day, is the only federal holiday that is also designated by Congress as a National Day of Service. A day on, not a day off. Participation in service each year as more Americans are encouraged to provide meaningful change in their communities. Whether service meets a tangible need, such as fixing up a school or senior center, builds a sense of community or mutual responsibility. In a pandemic environment, service can take on the form of sending a meal through a meal delivery service, serving as a virtual mentor, or donating money to a charitable cause to help those who lack basic and essential items. No matter the choice, service empowers individuals, strengthens communities, bridges barriers, and creates solutions, and moves us closer to Dr. King's vision of a beloved community. It breaks down barriers by bringing people from different backgrounds together, and it benefits those who choose to serve. Coretta Scott King said, "The greatest birthday gift my husband could receive is if people of all racial and ethnic backgrounds celebrated the holiday by performing individual acts of kindness through service to others." As stewards of America's lands and natural resources, the work we do at DOI epitomizes Dr. King's belief in the power of service as expressed in his legendary quote, "We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." In keeping with Dr. King's example, let us embrace the belief that our destiny is shared and accept our obligations to each other, future generations, and the American people by strengthening the bonds that hold us together in the most diverse nation on earth. Each one of us can help answer his call by pledging to love and serve. Civic examples are to donate and volunteer safely with food banks and pantries, and deliver meals and groceries to vulnerable seniors, donate medical supplies and equipment, stay in touch, check on your neighbors, friends, and family, especially for those who are older or may be alone. A phone call, text, or a conversation through the door could brighten their day. Serve in your community by picking up trash, volunteering in community center or for cares. Making time to volunteer is a great way to engage with your community by honoring the legacy of Dr. King. Whether you cleaning up a public space, mentoring a young person, or assisting those who are food insecure, what you do makes a world of difference. Thank you.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a melody of spirituals performed by Miss Sadie Malone and Mrs. Bonnie Holmes. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt's land, till Pharaoh let my people go. Now we're going to do some Negro spirituals. Some of you probably never heard of them. Probably never heard of them. But our forefathers, your forefathers, went through a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, mistreatment, and they talked to God about helping them to get to these struggles. They felt so much pain, neglected. And we're going to do some spiritual songs verse by verse. And I want you to think about it because you enjoy the benefits of the struggles that they went through. You have homes to stay in. You have shelters over your head. You have beds to sleep in. You have food to eat. You're not running from anyone day by day, night by night. You're not being threatened. Talked about maybe, but not mistreated. Thrown in pit, burned. That's not happening to you today. So my words to you are, you should appreciate what you have today. There's not anything funny about it. You live in a blessed country, in a blessed land. You thank God for your parents who takes good care of you. Because some of these way back, was mistreated. We're going to do a melody of songs. And I want you to pay attention to these words, to some of them. Because you're going to feel, if you
you understand, you will feel some of the things. You will feel it. And then in your mind, in your heart, you offer thanks. Because you live in a world that will at least accept you. And at least give you a chance. Maybe not the best, and some of you may not get the best. But at least the majority of you will get the best. You go home and you thank your parents for taking good care of you this day and the days to come. I'm going to ride the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm going to ride the chariot in the morning, Lord. I'm getting ready for the judgment day, my Lord, my Lord. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the air. Ezekiel saw the wheel way in the middle of the air.
Oh, yes, the day will come. But soon I will be done with the troubles of this old world. Oh, yes, soon I will be done.
Troubles of this world. Oh, troubles of this old world. Yeah. Troubles of this world. You know I've seen will be done. Yeah, troubles of this old world. I'm going home to live with my Lord. Oh, I said, no more, no more. Hey, we've been at well. There'll be no more, yeah. We've been at wailing, Lord, no more, Lord, yeah. We've been at wailing. I'm going home to live with my Lord. Oh, I say, no more, no more. Hey, crying at midnight. There'll be no more, hey. Crying at midnight, Lord, no more, Lord, yeah, crying at midnight. I'm going home
All is a proud 1977 of graduate Fairwear High School. He receives his Bachelor of Science degree, summa cum laude, honors from Lane College in Jackson, Tennessee. For over 37 years, Carl held management positions with FedEx and UPS until his retirement for corporate America. He's the owner of Customized Situational Situations Company, a person-to-person consulting firm with a clinic list that includes Shelby County government for local and regional, sorry, from and regional credit unions. Nova Tech, Civic Plus Global Company, Johnson Price Company, and other. His company is currently overseeing 2.4 billion in development in downtown Memphis that includes the Walk Project, Tom Lee Park redevelopment, and others. He is co-owner of Decor Salon Studios with his wife. Please forgive me, Vera Person. He is board president of the Memphis Books Museum for Arts and board member at Metropolitan and Interfaith Association, MIFA. Carl serves on the Downtown Memphis Commission Board of Directors and other notice organizations. He's a strong supporter of Fayette County schools and the
call to service. What a wonderful thing to pick during Black History Month in the month of February. I want to leave us, because I even learned sometime from just doing a little notes and background check, but I want to leave us with 4 nuggets. Let's call them the L factor. The L factors. The first L I want to share with you will be lend, L-E-N-D, and let go. The second L factors will be listen and learn. And then the last one is going to be love and laugh. So let's get started. Let's talk about lend and let go. That's L-E-N-D and let go. This month, especially, I challenge each of us to lend a helping hand to each other. I know the 2 Malone sisters spoke and even sung about this, of us working together and just being thankful for our parents and our guardians. So for this month, I want each one of the Bulldog students, faculty, staff, and everybody within the sound of my voice to take a moment to thank each and every parent and guardian that has been so supportive for you from the time you were born up until this point in junior high school. It is so important as a parent, and I'm now a grandparent of 5, to hear young people say, thank you, I appreciate you buying me that cell phone, or putting food in the refrigerator, or putting clothes on my back, whether they were designer clothes or something that came from Walmart. Just be very thankful. The other thing I would like for us to do is lend a hand to is those wonderful faculty and staff at East Junior High School. Let me stop right there and please ask you to give them another round of applause, to all of your staff at the East Junior High School. And we cannot forget the bus drivers, the security team, the cooks, the maintenance workers who clean up after we leave, who clean up all during the day, and everybody that makes East Junior High a success and possible. The other thing I want you to do, and I think it was mentioned today earlier about what Dr. King stood for in giving back civically to your community, is that I would encourage each of you to join a school club. to join a club, to get in some activity other than academics, because you need to be very well rounded. Even if you don't join a club within the East Junior High School realm, join the Girl Scouts, the Boy Scouts, something at your church, something in your community where you can give back. And what a great month other than this month is to get started with that. And for the guys, I want all of the girls to listen to this. For all of the guys at East Junior High, starting today, I want you to make sure that you are opening the doors for all of the females and teachers and everybody starting today. Don't let those young ladies walk up and open that door. I want you guys to start doing that. Start being good young men, okay? All right, so the other L is let go. Now this is my favorite part of my speech, which is you need to lend a hand, but also for this month, starting today, I want us to start letting go of some things. The first thing I want us to start letting go of is bad habits. I can get an amen to that. I know I've heard it, but bad habits. Those are talking out of turn, selecting bad friends, being on social media too long instead of studying and concentrating, wanting to have a beef with someone else at East Junior High, or even outside of East Junior High for no reason that makes absolutely no sense at all. Also the bad habit of being disrespectful. Disrespectful to your parents, disrespectful to your teachers, disrespectful to anybody who's in authority. Let that go starting today, because at the end, it will bring no value to you. What I also want you to do is let go of not following rules from the teachers, not paying attention, and let go of not being prepared for success. The other L is listen and learn. One of the most powerful tools, young people, that you will ever experience in your life is the ability to listen. All of your education and your success factors comes through the power of being a good listener. You can stay in the classroom every single day, and if you paid attention and listened, I guarantee you will absorb those things that the instructors are teaching you. So we need to learn how to be a good listener. We also need to learn how to adapt to new environments. Most of you now, within a couple of years or less, will be moving up to the high school, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade. And pretty soon, you'll be putting on a cap and gown to be proud graduates of February Comprehensive High School. So you have to be able to adjust and adopt. Learning is easy for some. It is not easy for others. So I'm going to give you a little bit of secret about learning. What you have to do is apply yourself. So I'm going to encourage you today to start studying 5 more minutes per day. Just add 5 minutes. Today, if you used to study it, some of you probably don't study at all. I hear that. But today I want you to study 5 minutes. And for those who've been studying for 30 minutes, add 5 more minutes to it. And then tomorrow you're going to add 5 more minutes to that. And what you will find is a couple hours a day will turn your study habits around, will turn your grades around, and will make you a better student and a better citizen. Trust me, I know this, I've done it, I've tried it, and it works. The other thing I want you all to do, and I do this a lot, and I want to share with you, particularly the young folks, is be an encourager of yourself. Don't wait on your friends to encourage you. You don't have to wait on your parents to tell you to do what is right. Encourage yourself to do the right thing. Take advantage of the opportunity that you have right now, which is your education, which is most precious to you. Take advantage of it. And I say again, now learn to be better listeners and learn how to be better students. Here are some other tips that I'd like to share with you. And that is on this day, I call this today, these are my L factors. I want you to become better citizens of East Junior High School, but I also want you to have fun with it. I want you to love and laugh. Love and laugh. It is perfectly okay to have fun. It is perfectly okay to cut up. Here's the key, students. You got to know when to laugh. You got to know when to cut up, because there's a time to be serious and then there's a time to laugh and have fun. Life will pass very quickly. The next thing you know, you'll be paying bills, you'll be paying taxes, and you'll be married and you'll have kids, and you'll be telling them the same thing that you hear me and Principal Blade and all of the other faculty that are telling you. You'll be like, wow, I've heard this before. Because now you're repeating it to your kids. Times go by very fast. Take advantage of these precious moments. I want you to really put emphasis on love. We must learn how to love ourselves. We got to care for each other. If you see a classmate struggling, encourage them to do better. If you see a classmate struggling, you may not be able to, because of COVID, to give them a hug, but give them an air hug. Say something nice to them. Write something nice to them about them in social media. You don't always have to talk bad about folks. Just say that you love them and that you'll be praying for them and that you want them to be successful. And by all means, no cyberbullying and no cyber fighting. And then ultimately, and I know no one at East Junior High would ever consider doing this, is no physical fighting, because it does not make sense. We're all in this thing together for us all to be successful, not to fight each other. The enemy is in us not educating ourselves. If you read anything about Dr. King, the most powerful tool to get out of our situation is to educate ourselves, and is to empower our minds and our brains to be successful, and to be strong, and to be productive citizens. So for the rest of the week, I want you to encourage yourself. For the rest of today, I want you to learn to say thank you and air hug people and air high five them, or tell them that you really care about them and that things are going to be okay and that we're all in this thing together. All right, so listen, I told you I won't be long before you. I want you to really embrace those L's. Liz, learn, listen, love each other, laugh, but I also want you to know this, that as a former Fayette Countyan who walked the hallways of Central Elementary, Fairwear Comprehensive High School, my success was those instructors and teachers and parents that you are being associated with today. Nothing has changed. You are the reason, and you are the only one that can ensure your success. I want you to know that I love you. I love you today. I love you tomorrow. I love you forever. And this month, not only do I want you to think about February as Black History Month, but I want you to think about your history every single day, every single month, and every single year. What is your history? What are you going to do to make this world a better place? Let's celebrate Black History Month this month. Let's make this a better place to live. Let's make East Junior High the absolute best school in the world. I love you all, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Person, for those encouraging words for our students and for anyone who has joined in with us today. We want to close out today simply by acknowledging that Black History Month is a time for us to celebrate the fullness of African American history and its culture. It's a chance to celebrate Black achievements and provide a fresh reminder and give visibility to so many of the accomplishments of African Americans, to the not only to the people, but also to the organizations for which have been created to create change. Black History Month celebrates this rich cultural heritage, triumphs, adversities, the many things that that people had to go through and endure, as mentioned by our previous guests, Ms. Holmes and Ms. Sadie Watkins, as they sang the adversities that our forefathers had to go through. But they are truly part of our country's history, but we know that knowing our past helps to open doors for the future. And as so many have already said, along with Mr. Person, students, we encourage you to look to the future. Beginning now, how can we improve the world that we live in? And we know that that truly begins with us. So as we conclude our Black History program, I want you to focus on how you will write the next pages of our history. All of us together, making this world a better place for all who live in it. Again, thank you to all of our special guests, to Board Member Mr. Wilson, to Ms. Watkins and Ms. Holmes, and of course to our speaker, Mr. Person, who is a beloved friend of East Junior High. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for sharing with us on today. And I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge one of our true historians here in Fayette County, Mr. Miles Wilson, who is a school board member, but a former educator here in Fayette County. Taught many years at Fayette High School, was principal. I never had the opportunity to experience him at South Campus, North Campus back in those days, but I heard a lot about you, Mr. Wilson, who was a dynamic basketball coach as well, and was around and has ties with prominent people in our community. And we know that we're going next week to view our exhibit at CAB around 10th City. And here's a plethora of knowledge sitting over in the corner in Mr. Miles Wilson, having grown up and been a part of those times here in Fayette County. So again, we salute and acknowledge you, Mr. Wilson, for your contributions to Fayette County and Fayette County Public Schools. Thank you so much. And yes. At this time, we will conclude our Black History program. Thank you so much to those who tuned in, and we hope that you have an awesome day and an awesome rest of your week. Thank you.